Hi guys, I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. My name's Lucy and we're back for more stitching. Um, I I am sorry for spamming on the design. I know. But you know what? Even with the new starts I've been having, I just keep going back to this piece and it just calls me, stitch on me. So we're there again. Here we go. And so as you can see, I've done quite a lot of progress. It's super cool. I'm starting to see like the brick texture around the little window. It is adorable. I love it. I've done quite a bit on the tree as well. Added a little more yellow on there, and you may have seen I have started doing doing a border around the design, and I wanted to ask you guys what you thought about it. So basically what I wanted, well, I thought about it, and I thought it would be maybe cool to do a border, like to make the thing pop, you know what I mean? So I was searching for kind of a Celtic design, but they were too wide. The designs that I found were too wide for my taste. So I picked this one because once stitched, uh, I think that it looks really good. But I wanted to know. Um, I stitched that with 310 DMC black thread. And the thing is that I think that it is too dark and too contrasting for the whole thing to be harmonious enough. Do you get what I mean? And I'm wondering if I should continue with black, or if I should pick a color that is already in the chart, because the darkest color that is there is like a very dark green. It is this one, but it is not black at all. And even these, like the kind of rusty coppery oranges, they are quite nice. Or the dark blue there, it is really nice. And I was wondering if I should pick one of these to make the border, so that it just comes together, you know, because I think that it's just too out there. Do you know? Do you get me? Please, guys, tell me what I should do. I might add a little bit more fancy things around in the exterior border to make it a bit thicker and not boring. But I think it could look really cool. I think this design matches the vibe and stuff, but I'm not quite sure about the color. Tell me, guys, what you think about that, if it is a good idea, if I maybe shouldn't do a border at all, and maybe like pick a frame that is more that adapts to the feeling and the vibe of the chart. I don't know. Tell me what you think about it. I am open to suggestions and new ideas if you have any as well. I have a note over there. Okay. So, I think this is all that I wanted to say before we get started. As you can see, I started doing the last row of 10 by 10 squares, like because I don't want those 50 stitches area. Like when you come down with the diagonal there, you have a 50 stitches area, and I didn't want that, so I just finished the whole square at the end. That's what I've done there. I recorded when I stitched this last time, but the thing is that I think my neighbors kind of plotted against the idea of me doing a video this day, and they all went at it with the noise. I think that they are sanding the facade of the building beside mine, and it was really noisy. Plus, the janitor was washing the trash, like the bins, and it was like it. It was awful. So we're back at it in a more silent situation, and we're gonna get to it. Let me zoom you in. So sorry, we're gonna do more tree. I guess that it has to be done, unfortunately. I mean, unfortunately, it is quite easy and fast, so I don't really care. So it's been a cool weekend last weekend, and a nice start of the week. I don't know about you guys. Feel free to tell me what happened on your last weekend. Personally, I went to see my mom. She has not moved yet. She's still in Lyon. So we went to pick up my stepsister at school, and we have a bit of a tradition, like before we pick her up, we usually go at a cafe and sip a nice cup of coffee. But if you didn't know, being vaccinated is mandatory in France since the start of August, I believe. And yeah, so if you're not vaccinated, you can't go to cafes, restaurants, theaters, cinemas, museums, malls. That's how it is. And because we're not vaccinated, my mom doesn't want to, and I just haven't found a time slot that was not taken. They're full, basically, because obviously everyone is going, so there isn't any time slot to get vaccinated. So we couldn't do that. But she brought a thermos. Is it a thermos? Is it a word in English? I don't even know. Like a bottle of tea. So we went by the river, by the docks, and we sipped on tea. It was nice. We could watch the boats and stuff. It was cool. It was a really nice day, and hot as well. Like, I don't know why, but last week, at the start of last week, it was like winter. It was really, really cold, and then I don't know what happened, but we're back to 30 degrees, and you know, I hate it. I love the sun. I hate the heat. Why does it have to be so hot? You can't do anything when it's hot like this. You just want to be a slug all day. So yeah, we went out anyway. It was cool, and because school has restarted, the streets are kind of empty, and that's nice as well. I'm not too much of a people person, so even without COVID, I like the space and the room I have when there isn't a lot of people in the streets. So yeah, we would do that. We did that, and also very exciting, guys. Like 10 minutes away from my house, there's kind of a, how do I say that? It is quite a new concept for me. Like they have made with shipping containers, a kind of opened inside of the containers, basically there's there are people selling their stuff. Like it is not just people, they are like craftsmen and artists and stuff, and they expose and they sell their creations. And last time I went there, I don't know why I parked it there. I should stitch it. Last time I went there, when I discovered the thing, it was like start of July. I was amazed by the concept, and I was like, well, this is interesting to me, because I'm a crochet designer and I'm all for, you know, creating your own stuff and giving workshops and things like that. So yeah, I'm interested if you are looking for people who do stuff like that. So the woman that was there and like guiding the clients and people around the thing told me that I should message them on Instagram, and so we can talk about it. So that's what I did, like at the start of July, and they didn't answer me. They didn't answer me, and I was like kind of disappointed, because I was super hyped. I was like, oh yeah, this could be the start of my business, you know. And yeah, there was nothing. But last Friday, when I was out on the dogs, I received a message on Instagram telling me that they were super interested in my work, and that we should, you know, get together and talk about that. So this afternoon I had a call with the woman that was there, and she told me that tomorrow afternoon we should see each other and like talk a bit more about how it could be done, if if a collab would be possible, and how to make it work. And I'm super excited, because I am afraid as well. I'm not gonna lie, I am a very anxious and stressed out person. I tend to overthink a lot, and I'm still surprised that people like what I do, even though like I know that I work, my work is good, like what I do is fine, it is good looking, people are interested. I am just so I am inclined to self-doubt a lot. And I don't believe in myself as much as some people do. So, but yeah, I hope that I can get better at it someday, soon. Hopefully. But yeah, super exciting. And even though I am petrified about you know, stepping up in front of people and talking and giving workshops and selling my stuff, it is very terrifying to me, because I'm afraid I'm gonna fail or mess up and lose all credibility and I don't know, I'm just making movies in my head. And yeah, even though I am terrified, I need to do it to prove to myself that there isn't anything to fear. Like it's what am I gonna lose? Nothing. I'm gonna win. It's a win-win situation. I'm gonna win experience, probably gonna win over clients, and win a reputation. It is something that I have to get better at, and to get better at something, you need to do it. So I need to get out of my comfort zone and do it. Just do it. Yeah. But it is very hard for me when just getting coffee alone was a big step for me. Like when I was in college, I took the habit to get a coffee alone in a Starbucks, to go there alone and sit alone and do my thing, like for a couple of hours. I would take my sketchbook and draw and paint, or I would do some translation work for the association I volunteered at. I would do homework or things like that. But it was really terrifying at first, because I'm always thinking that people are watching me for some reason, which they don't, obviously. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Haven't I talked about that in another video? Maybe I did. I'm sorry, I can't remember. Deal with it. But yeah. And you know, even making videos on YouTube, it is very out of my comfort zone. And as I received a very sweet comment from a subscriber. Thank you so much, Zoe. Hi, Zoe. And she was really nice to me, saying that she really loved my stuff, the videos that I make, and that it helped her. And that really touched me. Made me tear up a little bit, because I'm not really expecting to be important. I don't know what. Not important, but like I'm I don't know how to verbalize what I want to say. It's like sometimes I don't get why people watch what I do. Is it sad? I didn't expect, at least I didn't expect people to be interested in what I do, be it like the videos on YouTube, which have been getting so much attention. I'm kind of wowed. It's really impressive to me. And my crochet work as well. It is very surprising to me. And you know, it's like kind of the imposter syndrome. I feel like everybody could do what I do, so I'm not legit and I don't deserve the attention. Kind of. You know what I mean? Do you ever feel that? Am I weird? Am I alone in this in this case? I don't think so. I think a lot of people are feeling that. But yeah. And it was a very sweet message. But she talked about, you know, making mistakes and leaving them in the video. And it is true that it was really difficult for me to leave them, because I'm the type of person that doesn't allow themselves to fail. And I am very afraid to fail. I am very afraid to mess up, to do something wrong, to say something wrong. And I don't like being wrong. I don't like it at all. And did I mess up again? Yup. And I'm not going to say that I'm stupid. Huh. I need to count. Sorry, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Something isn't right. Oh no, it is right. No, it isn't. Oh, God, what happened? Oh, oh no, only this one is wrong. And what was I talking about? Yeah, I don't allow myself to fail. And so posting on YouTube, not only talking in English in front of a lot of people that are listening to me, and also the stitching mistakes that I make a lot too often, leaving them in the footage, it is very hard for me, because I am afraid that people might mock me and make fun of me and you know, call me stupid or things like that, and I don't want that. I don't conclude what you want about my childhood. But you know, it is very hard for me to admit that I'm wrong, even when I know I'm wrong. I'm working on that. It isn't, I don't know. Yeah, it is pride, kind of. And and yeah, I am I went too far and went out of the diagonal. Anyway, I'm not frogging that. And yeah, uploading on YouTube is already hard. And it seems so easy for a lot of people. It's kind of disheartening to me, because it is really like anxiety inducing, because again, I went too far. Because you know, putting myself out there, openly making mistakes. It's new for me, and I'm kind of proud of myself for doing it anyway, even though I'm scared. It is baby steps, you know, because I'm still very much in my comfort zone, because I'm alone in my room. I am not talking to anyone physically, like and no one's in front of me. I don't have a lot of people in front of me, because that still terrifies me. Last time I did that, I burst in laughter. nervous laughter. And it was even more embarrassing than, you know, being scared and just maybe stuttering. No, that was not a good idea. Good times, right? And yeah, I'm still very much in my comfort zone, but it's still baby steps. I feel like it could help me make progress in that front. So it's good. Yay me. Plus, like, all the comments that I've got so far were very positive. So thank you to every commenter out there. Thank you for supporting what I do, even though it isn't the greatest content out there. You still like spend time with me. That's nice. I appreciate it. Thank you. Now, I must admit that doing stitching videos really holds me accountable for my stitching. Like, I'm not a very regular stitcher. I love it. I love stitching, but sometimes, you know how you can do something, the same thing for like all day, every day for like maybe a month or two, and then you change, you like shift your attention to another thing, and then you can't stop doing that over and over for all day, every day for a couple of months, and then back to something else. It's like crazy for me. And so sometimes like reading is like that for me. Sometimes I want to read and I'll do that for like a week straight. I'm not doing anything but reading. And then I just, wow, cross stitching. Oh, it's been a long time. I'd love to stitch right now. And I pick up a cross stitch project and then I don't read for like 6 months. It's madness. Tell me if you're like that as well. Yay. So yeah, what did I do this weekend? So I got to see my little sister. She's 7.5, almost 8. Yeah, she's almost 8. Her birthday is on the 27th of September. So I need to get her a gift, and I don't know what. I guess she has to read quite a lot. So, well, it's not that she has to read, that she needs to read, because she's 8 and she's really not working at school, and it infuriates me. So I guess I might buy her like a collection of little stories or something like that. I think I'm gonna do that, because my sister is lazy as hell, intellectually. And it really makes me angry and sad. Like, let's do something together. What do you want to do? I want to play on the tablet. Well, that's not gonna happen, kid. and you know, I don't know if every kid is like that, but it's like she's kind of addicted to screens, and I can't understand that. Like, I didn't have a laptop until I was like 13, and when I say I didn't have a laptop, it's like I didn't have any screens at home except for the TV that I didn't watch that much, except for listening to music. And and having my little sister who only wants to play with a tablet, really, I'm like, don't you have anything better to do than watching TV and playing dumb games on the tablet? Like, Candy Crush isn't going to help you in any way in life. Like, do a puzzle at least, something like something intellectually a bit more stimulating. Do you know what I mean? But no. It just makes me mad. And it's not that my mom isn't trying. Like, my mom's making my sister read every damn day, and she's still surprised that she has to do it every damn day. I'm like, you do know that it's going to happen. You do have to read, girl. But she's not listening at all. She doesn't like it, even though she's pretty good at it. But she needs to train. She's 8 and she still has trouble reading. Like, she can't spell any word without a spelling mistake. I mean, you're 8. And at school they really like they are teaching the kids. Why do I took this thread out, but I don't need it. They're teaching the kids the words, like common words, one by one. Isn't that fantastic? You know, at 28, I'm not sure they're going to be finished with all the words they need to learn to write. What's the deal with that? I really think that it is quite stupid. I don't have any memory of doing that at school. And I turned out fine. I get that French is difficult, but hey, you're speaking it every day, girl. And she really does think that everything is just fun and games, you know? Like, she doesn't have to put any work in. She doesn't want to take showers. She doesn't want to brush her teeth. She doesn't want to brush her hair. All she wants is to play on the tablet. And I'm like, no. Like, sometimes you need to do things that you don't want to do, but it's good for you, so do it. And if you don't listen, yeah, you always have to say, like, if you don't listen, this is going to happen, and like blackmail her, because otherwise she wouldn't do anything you tell her. And that's kind of pathetic to me. I mean, I love my sister, don't get me wrong. She can be really sweet and really smart when she wants to. It's just that as soon as it looks like homework, she doesn't do it. And she doesn't want anything to do with it. If it's related to school, if it's related to reading or something like that, she won't do it. Just because she's so lazy. It is kind of, yeah. She's a sweet kid, but you know, I wish I wish she was a little bit more driven by, you know, intellect and less by stupid stuff. Like she would that sounds really judgmental, I get it, but you know, watching kids do unboxing of slimes on YouTube isn't, and like what I, why is my question. My only question is why. Why would you do that? How is that enriching in any sort of way? I don't know. And yeah, she would throw a tantrum just because you told her to take a shower. I mean, it's she's not that much of a difficult kid, but this is really, really tiring and annoying. Like you can't do anything, and she has so much stuff to do. Like my mom really tries to make her do things. Like she taught her how to cross stitch on really big canvas. She taught her to diamond paint. So she has a diamond painting that I worked on as well this weekend. It was really fun, by the way. I really like it. It's like well, the design isn't the best. It's like a unicorn with lots of pinks and purples, but that's not really my thing. But diamond painting in itself is really cool. I really liked doing that. It was really relaxing. I'm wondering if I'm not going to buy one for myself with a cooler design. That's obvious. So yeah, and she got to play with the kitten, because last time we went to the countryside, as I told you, with my mom. We went to a friend of hers, and she has lots of cats, like lots of cats. I mean, she must have like 8 or 9, because like she rescues stray cats, and like I mean she feeds them, and then like they just became used to her, and so like they can come and go from her house. So there are always lots of cats in front of her house. And we went there, and because the cats aren't neutered, she sometimes has kittens, and they were so freaking cute and adorable. And because they are handled by humans from their birth, like they are taken and like played with a little bit, since they are really really small, they become really sociable cats, and they are really really nice and cute, and I love them all. And my mom, last time we went there, my mom took one. She adopted a kitten, and she's really really cool. She's all white and brownish, and she has long hair, like long haired, white and brown. She's super fluffy and soft. She's so cute. She's only 4 months. Like she's wonderful. So we got to play with the cat. My sister was hilarious, because she kept running after the cat to play with her. But like, you know how cats are, right? Uh, the Plus, she's only a kitten, so she's not going to understand what you want from her. If you're like 1 minute you're playing with them, and then you would like to stroke them, they're like, "I'm still playing, jerk. I'm gonna, you know, bite you." It was fun because I'm not afraid of getting bitten because I know she's playing, so she's not really going at it. But my sister, like the tiniest scratch, and she's like, "Ah, she scratched me. Ah, she doesn't like me." Well, you tried to touch her when she was playing. What did you expect? So adorable. Plus she has prepared like little spots for her with cushions and toys and little plates and stuff. It was adorable, but it make me laugh because again, you know how cats are. It's never the spot you prepared for them that they pick. Never. If you prepare something like that, you know they're just going to sit and sleep on the floor, right? Oh, yeah. And if you buy a really expensive toy with all the feathers and strings and stuff, you know it's just a ball of aluminium that's going to make their day. And I find it really hilarious. It's funny. Uh, is that 200 stitches done? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I think I'm going to park this one because this is the color that is the most present in the tree. So I prefer to do the stitches. I prefer to pick the color that is less present, so that I don't know. It's just how it works for me. I feel like you're further away that you're usually. Are you? I can't tell. What else? What else? Well, not a lot happening in my life. Completely forgot what I talked about in the video that I had to delete. That's a classic. I mean, you didn't miss a lot. I got attacked by a mosquito at one point, which must have been hilarious to watch. My neighbors did a lot of noise, and yeah, that's basically it. I can't remember anything I talked about. I'm really excited about doing the door, but if I'm working on the diagonal, I'm kind of... I need to come from there, and that's... I'm kind of tired of the tree. Earlier today, I made tutorial about how to use pixel stitch, and after I made the chart and stuff, I got weirdly excited about it, and I was like, oh, now that I did the chart, I really want to stitch it. I shouldn't, guys. I really shouldn't. I already have plenty of things to work on, and I don't know if I'm going to have as much time to cross stitch, because I've had an idea and a lot of things to do about my crochet business, and I started correcting patterns that I made and remaking them so that I can make sure that everything is fine and you know, understandable and stuff, that all the numbers are right, and that the presentation is okay and readable and agreeable to look at. And so I'm not sure I'm gonna have that much time to cross stitch and to do videos as well. I think that I might post only 2 times a week now. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. The thing is that I like to stitch every day, and even if I need to record, it's only an hour. It's not that much, so I could. I think I could, but you know. I don't really like to stitch at night because I don't have a good enough lamp. I mean, I have, but it's in the kind of in the study part of my house, but my dad is always there, so that's not gonna happen. No, it's not there, it's there. And in the mornings, usually I'm so hyped to work on my crochet things when I have crochet projects. I'm usually really hyped to work on them, so I'll pick it up as soon as I wake up, basically. And then I don't feel like stopping just for an hour of cross stitching. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll keep you updated anyway. But I don't think it would be reasonable to have a new start, like a serious, not an experiment, a serious new start now. It is a beautiful design, isn't it, though? I mean, if all my subscribers want me to have a new start, then no, I'm only joking, not joking. I might have Like I said before, I might have a new start when I get halfway on this one. Maybe I'll allow myself to have a new start in this case. But the thing is that I'd like to finish, to have two finishes, in fact, on the Let's Have Coffee one, and another projects that I haven't introduced to you yet because it's been a long time since I've worked on it, which is also 1/125 count Evenwave. And these two projects are for my grandmothers. So how adorable, isn't it? And I'd like to have them finished by Christmas. I don't think it is that impossible. I think I can do it. It's just that I need to get my mind off of this one first. Okay. Oh yeah, I remembered something that I talked about in the last in the video that I needed to delete. So it was about pin stitches. So I don't know if you could notice, but I'm trying to make my pin stitches as near as possible to the last stitch that I made. And the reason why I do that, because I heard about people saying that, you know, you needed to leave like 4 or 5 stitches between. You don't do that. The reason why I don't think, I mean, it depends on how you do your pin stitches, but yeah, maybe you noticed that my pin stitches aren't really full ones, because usually you would come up from the left, then come down in the middle, then come up from the right, come down in the middle, and then come up from the left again. I don't know how people have the determination to do that on Evenweave. I clearly don't. So what I do is that I just come up from the left, then come down to the right, and then like split in the weave and come up from the left again, and then I cut. I pull tight and then I cut. And the reason why I do that is because, one, it is faster and it holds just maybe not just as well. Sometimes it is it can be a little bit tricky if it is done like if you don't pull enough or something like this. It doesn't come undone, but sometimes it can slip, and I remember I found a couple of stitches that slipped. So as you can see here, these two, the thing is that they weren't encapsulated enough in the thread of the fabric, so you can see that it slipped from the thread to in between the two holes, so it makes like kind of like a vertical stitch. And so the thing you can see here is the little tail. The reason it is there, I believe, is it is possible that I didn't make the stitch quite as nicely as I should have, but also I don't know how you stitch, but I usually like make my needle slip like this to find the right hole. So yeah, like this. And the problem with doing that is that if you have pin stitches that are too far away on the fabric, so imagine like this stitch, one of these stitches there, I've pin stitched over there. The problem is that if I'm trying to find a stitch over in this area in the middle, and I do this, the thing is that I might pull on the tail, on the strand that is in the bag, that is connecting the last stitch to the pin stitch, and that might cause it to come undone. It is the same with, you know, parked threads. Like if I do this, I might like have my parked thread doing a loop or being a bit loose in the back, and you don't want that. But it is easier with a parked thread because you can just pull on them and then no more loops. But with a pin stitch you can't, so you need to be a little bit careful. If you know you're around a strand like this in your back, then I'd recommend not doing this. If you don't do it, well, you're out of no problems for you, and you can just easily not have this issue if you're doing your pin stitch right next to the last stitches you've done. So yeah, that's my advice. And honestly, like the full pin stitches that I see people doing, I'm like, yeah, how do you have the time to do that when you're doing like a height where you're starting and ending threads every other second? Like, I can't do this. I'm sorry. I only have 23 colors for this one, and I can't be bothered. Sorry. I mean, I like to be neat, but I mean, it's the back, or the pin stitches are underneath the stitches. So yeah, I don't know why would you like, I don't know. I mean, if it works for you, that's fine. It's just, I think that it is kind of a bit of a waste of time. The less time I spend starting and threading and ending my threads, the more time I get to stitch. So the choice is easily done for me. The fastest is the better. The fastest and the most like efficient, because I would hear you say, then why do you park, Lucy? It is clearly slower than going cross country. First of all, I don't really think so. I think that the time I spent frogging wrong stitches in cross country is easily like, it is how would you say, it would take as much time as parking, is what I'm trying to say. And the thing is that I'm going cross country inside a box, and the reason I'm doing that is because I don't want to make mistakes, or the less mistakes I can. So why cross country? The problem is that even though it's fast, it makes me make mistakes. Counting, I can't do that, even particularly when I'm talking like this and trying to be at two places at the same time. Like, this is, I can't do it. So I prefer parking because it is more rigorous, it is more efficient to me, time efficient. Maybe it is slower, but if it is slower, I don't care, because my stitches are right. Most of them are. It's like people who, like some people would say that you need to make your stitches every time in the same way. Like obviously your first leg needs to be in the same direction every time, and the second is the same, but from what hole you come out of and come down in, it doesn't matter. It is a cross. The first leg is in the same direction every time, and the second leg is in the same direction every time. It doesn't matter which hole you come from, because the cross is always in the same. Is always the same. So I don't really get why it is a big deal. It doesn't. I don't feel like it makes my stitches look better or worse. The thing that I already said that, but I think that the thing that makes your stitches look funny or like not even is probably either tension that isn't regular through your piece, or that you're splitting your thread, you're splitting your floss. You don't, like here for example, I have lots of room in there to put my needle through, so I'm not splitting any floss. But here, in here, I might, because it's a bit crowded and there are a lot of yeah, I might split the thread. If I want to avoid that, I'll try and come out in a hole that isn't doing that. So I'm not really picking which hole, like in which hole to come through first, depending on it needs to be all in the same order every time, but rather if I'm gonna split my floss, like for example there, I'm gonna have trouble coming out without splitting threads, so whatever, I'd come from there. That's what I do most of the time. So you guys might call it a chaotic way of stitching. I think that it makes my stitches look good and neat and flat and not as bad looking as when I started out. I absolutely need to end this thread right there, because it is getting so short. I don't know if I was in frame. Well guys, do I have... Oh, there aren't many stitches left. You know what? I'm gonna finish this part first. So I have one stitch like this. I'm trying to thread the needle where there isn't the eye of the needle. Is my specialty these days. Oh, there is another one over there. 1, 2, 3. Alright. And then for the last stitches, we're going back to this green. Oh. I pulled on 2 strands. Duh. Well, it's been nice hanging out with you. I feel like filming these videos is like free therapy. It is weird talking to yourself though. I do it sometimes, but like without recording, obviously. But I usually run out of things to say because I know that the only person who's listening is myself. And it is quite pathetic. Do you talk to yourselves? I'm sure you do. Everybody does. I'm sure everybody does. I'm trying to reassure myself that I'm not mad or weird. Well, to be fair, I am weird. See, you see, like the little pin stitch that I did. There's a little tiny tail in there that is coming out. It isn't a problem, ladies and gents. The only thing that you need. Am I in frame? I don't know. The only thing. Do you see here? Do you see it? It's there. It is tiny. The only thing you need to do is not come up from there. You need to come down from this hole so you can encapsulate it in your stitch. It happened to me loads and loads and loads of times, and you don't see any tails hanging out in my fabric. And then there again, you need to come down through this hole. That way you like trap it, and there's no way that's coming undone now. It isn't a big deal. Even the ones that I showed you earlier that are slipping, you just need to put a stitch over it and encapsulate it. And if there is a tail, just like I showed you, you need to just come down from the hole that is that the tail is coming out of, and you'll be fine. Isn't a big deal. Not gonna frog a pin stitch for that little. What a waste of time. We're almost there. Well, guys, I hope... Why did I park there? Oh. Well, this is supposed to be the next area. Anyway. Oh, look who did a mistake. Hey, Zoe, I didn't say I was stupid this time. I just thought it. But I didn't say it. So yeah, guys, I hope that you enjoyed watching me stitch and stitching with me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that I'm going to see you soon. Don't hesitate again to tell me what you think, what you'd like to see me stitch next, like if there's a project or an area in this one that you like, that you would like to see, what you think about the little border that I made over there. Yeah, the comments are there for that reason, for you to tell me what you like. So yeah, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you later, guys. Bye.